Tetsuo yelled. He was running after you because you had been avoiding him, well, not just him, but Kenma as well, all day. You took one look at him with sorrowful eyes and looked away. With his own eyes, Kuru saw one of his closest friends hurt, and not just the type of hurt by a wound. This was a mental injury. This was rather true. Your partner had broken things off with you the night before. You were literally as close as Hinata and Kageyama getting into a fight over something stupid close to not coming to school today. However, there was a big test you needed to get through, and you didn't want it affecting your current grade as the semester was a week away from ending. You knew there would be little possibility for you to be able to change your grade, as that was just the kind of teacher you had. So you powered through, but once you had saw them sitting at lunch with their new significant other, you had to let it out. A good cry. That was all you really needed. But from the looks of it, you weren't going to get that anytime soon. 30 minutes before after school had come, you had asked the teacher to go to the loo, and there you let out your deepest tears. A few people came into the restroom, and so you had to quiet down, or you actually ran into a stall one time. Though you didn't care too much who saw you or what they would say. You didn't go back to class. Instead, staying in the restroom until the bell rang was your idea all along. However, you needed to get your things as your teacher was as stubborn as a barnacle and would not allow you to take your bag to the loo. Once the bell rang, you made your way as quietly and as quickly as you could back to your classroom. It wasn't that far from the restroom, but it was still a ways away. You grabbed your bag and walked out, completely ignoring your teacher's lecture about you being punctual, time, and how you needed to learn how to fasten your pace. Although you were pretty sure most of the students in your class thought you had either skipped or was roaming around the school until class ended for the day, part of the first bit of which was true. You did skip, but you did not leave the campus. And now you had been caught fleeing from the crime scene as though you had just committed a murder. Wyan, what's up with you? Kenma's been worried. I've been worried. Piss off, you stated flatly. Kuru did a double take at your words. Just tell me what's wrong. I don't need your help. I'm fine on my own. That doesn't matter. Why have you been avoiding me? It's not like I haven't been avoiding anyone else. You're not special. Your eyes were already really puffy from your earlier crying, and your voice was rusty because of all the screaming you had been doing. Honestly, those people that walked in on you must have thought you were mental. Look, I'm just not in the mood. Why? Kuru's voice seemed to get lower and lower, and you were on the brink of tears again. Please. You sniffled. Wyan, what's wrong? Kuru wrapped his hands around your shoulders from behind. No comment. You gulped. Wyan? Kuru? Kenma's voice rang through both of your ears, but only Kuru looked up. What's going on? I've been looking everywhere for you two. Your legs went limp, and you felt as if you could just drop right then and there to the floor. Your ears went in and out of sound, and your fingers went numb. The only thing you could feel was the tears streaming down your cheeks, some going straight down, and some dripping down your nose. Kenma. The word came out in 2 breaths. Kuru looked down at you and dropped his arms from around your shoulders. He was much too tall, and it was an awkward position anyway, so you didn't mind. I think something's wrong with them, Kuru began explaining. They're not talking, and it seems as though they might have been crying. I'm not sure what to do. Kenma bit the inside of his lip. You had been hurt. What was wrong? Was that why you had been avoiding him every time he saw you or called your name? Was that the reason you left every time he sat down next to you in class? What? Kenma could hardly believe his ears, and the same went for his eyes, as for the first time of your encounter today, You looked up for more than a second, and into his eyes no less. Who? How? Why? He questioned, walking past Kuru and in front of you. You kept a steady gaze on him as he did so, and as he gripped your shoulders tightly and glared at you with no thought of you actually in his mind, you said, "They broke up with me." Kenma gritted his teeth and made a swift turnaround. "We have to go." He growled at Kuru. "Huh? What did they say?" But just as Kenma was about to make his speedy getaway, which was obviously towards your significant other's house, you grabbed a hold of his uniform and tugged on it slightly. "Don't leave me," you whispered in a croaky, just got out of bed voice. Kenma's body tensed slightly. Then he looked over his shoulder, down at you. His eyes softened as if you were almost a dead baby kitten, curled up on the side of the road, knowing your demise was coming soon, and he could do nothing about it. "I just want you to be with me." You tugged tighter. "Of course," he breathed out, turning around and pulling you into his chest all in one swift motion. "Anything you want." "Thank you," you mumbled into his upper abdominal. "No need. I'll always treat you better." He comforted, rubbing small circles in the back of your neck. Kuru had decided to leave, already guessing how the rest of the day would play out. And spoiler alert, he was right. You and Kenma had ended up going back to his place after stopping by some of the shops near his home and spent the rest of the day cuddling and watching movies. "Thanks for this," you said again. "Stop," Kenma huffed. You had to be honest. His pouting face was super adorable, and it kind of made you want to laugh. You could tell he was getting flustered at the sight of your tugged-up smile, so you had to unleash it. "Stop," he groaned out. "But you're just so cute." This landed you an attack of tickle horrors. "God, you know your ex is a real dumbass," he said after a while of smiling at you from his bed, as you sat at the end of it staring at him, holding a long and non-withering gaze. "Oh?" you chirped, rolling your eyes at said person's mentioned significance. "And why is that?" Kenma pulled you into his lap and hugged you from behind. "Because you're just too cute to let go of," and kissed you on your forehead. This one was pretty short. I hope you enjoyed either way. Yeah. This one was actually written a while back, but I had never just gotten around to reading it, so yeah. Bible study was fun today because I got to present what I learned. I was so proud, and my group didn't help at all, and that was whack. They were whack. That was so disrespectful. Okay, but I hope you enjoyed. Yeah. Goodbye, loves.